Imagine a world where division finally gives way to unity, where disagreements don't end friendships and differences, they spark dialogue, but it does that instead of conflict. Now, what if I told you that the blueprint for that kind of unity comes from someone you might not expect? I know you guys may have heard of Charlie Kirk, but beneath his headlines and political controversy lies a message that few have truly understood. A radical idea of love for all Americans. Today, we're diving deep into the philosophy to see if it could really bring our nation together, and that is love. America today feels more divided than ever. Red versus blue, urban versus rural, social media amplifying every disagreement, and the climate is heightening. Finding common ground seems impossible. But what if the solution isn't just policy or politics? What if love is the solution? Not abstract, but a deliberate and intentional philosophy that seeks to see all Americans as valuable, worthy, and capable of coming together. Charlie Kirk has been in the spotlight for years, often in his polarizing, controversial, and outspoken ways, but many overlook this deeper aspect of the message. The emphasis on building connections, understanding others, and fostering a sense of unity. In this video, we'll explore what that really looks like. Thank you guys for subscribing, like, share, YouTube, Spotify, Apple. Visuals of Charlie Kirk are everywhere, right? Before we dive deeper, let's take a moment and understand the man behind the message. Charlie Kirk was the founder of what they call Turning Point USA, a conservative activist organization. He's known for his outspoken commentary on political and educational actions, especially about American culture, right? But beyond the headlines, there's a layer to Charlie Kirk's philosophy that many people have missed along the headlines. You see, Charlie's core message isn't just about policy, it's about more so values. He emphasizes personal responsibility, respect for others, and yes, a form of love that extends even to those who you disagree with. Whether you're Jewish, whether you're Christian, it doesn't matter. Love should be the agenda. It should come into play. Those are the phrases we should be uttering towards one another. What can we do to stick together? What can we do to work with each other so we can bridge the gaps, right? So, what do we mean when we say radical love? Gerald, what do you mean by that, right? Simply put, it's the deliberate choice to treat every person with dignity and respect, regardless of their background, political or ideologies, right? It's not a soft, passive love. It's active, it's intentional, and yes, radical in today's culture where everyone is freaking divided, right? Charlie's approach focuses on several of those principles, right? Listening before you react, right? Understanding someone's perspective, even if you disagree. Another one is building relationships across divides, fostering personal connections to overcome any stereotypes people are dealing with, sharing purposes over your partisans' ideas, emphasizing what unites you guys rather than what divides you. For example, Kirk often emphasizes youth engagement, right? Especially at the college's dialogue between students when they have different viewpoints than he does, right? So we can prevent polarization by just connecting with our people. When we stop talking, that's when problems start happening, right? Why does this matter, Gerald? Why does the world, why does the United States, why do we need to come together? What would we benefit from this? You might be wondering, why does